I am most certain, without a doubt, 100% certain, that the education that I receive here at UMSL is above what I will need to pass the NCLEX once I graduate with my bachelor's. I'm certain. They offer study guides, materials, websites that do tutoring and other study guide type curriculum-based reviews that promote not just passing but excelling. The pass rate here at UMSL was one of the things that drew me into the program, in that over 95% in the last few consecutive years, the first time the students who graduated took it, they passed. So I was most pleased and very, very, I don't know, amazed at that even.
UMSL's program, it does help us with the NCLEX exam and to become a great nurse in many ways. Basically, with the lab settings, I love the lab settings because the teachers, first of all, we're in a smaller setting, and teachers go over the procedure multiple times and then make sure that we understand it to the fullest or they won't pass us. And I think, in all honesty, that's basically what we need. So after we leave lab and assessment classes, that we can further use our practices on, some of us have part-time jobs at hospitals, and that's just improving our skills more and more. As for the NCLEX exam, it's kind of the same thing, just drills over drills, and from fundamentals to assessment class, that they are just providing the knowledge that we need to be successful for the NCLEX exam.
I do feel comfortable that UMSL has prepared me to pass the NCLEX and become a good nurse because, well, first of all, they have a 100% pass rate from last semester, so that helps me a lot. And then with the ATIs, I feel like those really prepare us for that because you're coming in, you're on the computer, working with all the different type of questions that you could see on the NCLEX, and if you don't do well on the ATI, you have to remediate yourself, which, I just feel it really does prepare us for the NCLEX.
I do feel very confident that UMSL's nursing program has helped prepare me to become a good nurse and actually pass the NCLEX exam. One of the things that you're taught here that is reinforced and almost like drilled into your head is the importance of critical thinking. And by that I mean, when you go to nursing school, it's not simply learning and memorizing. It's not learning what the blood level value for sodium is in a normal human being. It's learning what that value is and then also learning how to apply that to a real life situation, what that means for disease processes. So you're taught here both the basic concepts, okay, you're taught the things that you have to memorize, but you're also taught how to apply that and how to analyze that. And the NCLEX is not about memorization. It's all about critical thinking and analysis. And this school emphasizes that over and over and over again. In the exams that we take, there are very few questions on there that can be answered by simply going to your memory and going, okay, that's it. It's you've got to go to the memory and remember the fact and pull that out, but then you have to take that and analyze and apply to the situation. It's the critical thinking piece of what's taught here at UMSL that is so important and that I think I know will help me succeed as a nurse. And I'm very confident that emphasis on critical thinking will help me pass the NCLEX and be successful.
I do feel that UMSL's program is helping me to prepare for the NCLEX and to prepare to be a good nurse. We focus a lot on the NCLEX style questions in class, on exams, and also at the exams that we take at the end of the semester that are NCLEX style. So it forces you to always be in that NCLEX style mode. There are even clinical instructors that have had me prepare questions to fill to the class or to a particular group of students, and then we work our way through that as a class. And so those types of scenarios really do help you when you're forced to face NCLEX style questions or the NCLEX. And as well as being a nurse, this experience you get from being in clinical is invaluable. You can't learn that in lab. And so when you go out and your instructor's there and they say, well, maybe you could have handled this situation like this, or you did a really great job in handling that situation, It builds your confidence and it allows you to combat any situation that you come up against.
So I passed the NCLEX last month, and I owe it all to UMSL and how they helped me. I think each semester from the first class we took, we had to take an ATI, which you'll get used to that. It's a program, it's like the NCLEX, and it prepares you for the NCLEX. And each class that you take, Med Surg, Fundamentals, OB, you have to take an ATI. And if you fall below a certain point, you have to retake it, and they remediate you for it. And I think that helped. And every semester we took that. The last semester we took two of them that were 180 questions that were very similar to the NCLEX. And we got a lot of practice with it. And I think that helped me pass the NCLEX.